Hey there, welcome back. Shanta Jackson here. And again, my purpose in life is to help people to help themselves and others. The last few journal entries that you wrote were guided. And the beautiful thing about journaling is that not everything has to have a theme or a prompt or a guide. And just because you randomly think about something or you say things, it doesn't mean that you should dismiss those thoughts. And remember, your journal entries are you being true to yourself. And instead of me reading my spontaneous journal entry in my book, I'm going to share a personal journal entry that I recently wrote, and I have never shared this with anyone before up until now. And so, my personal journal entry that is not in my book that I would like to share with you. And I wrote this one night at 2 a.m. or one morning, should I say. So, 2 a.m. I can't sleep. I wish I could sleep, but I can't. I wish my mind were clear, but it's not. The light is hurting my eyes, but I can't stand to sit in the dark. I have no interest in scrolling social media or reading online content. I'm just writing just because I need to clear my mind and figure out what's on my mind. I don't even have to figure it out. I just want to empty my thoughts enough so that I can hear God and receive comfort, to receive guidance and advice. I know not to lean on my own understanding. I just have to let go of trying to control for everything. Actually, I lose control if things don't go my way. What's really bothering me is that I didn't get a chance to speak to you today. I wanted to share my day with you. I can barely stop monitoring my phone and can barely sleep because I anticipate your phone calls. I'm comfortable and got used to talking to you. I am spoiled, I admit. I worry that you will change your mind about me and that I may come across as burdensome or needy. And so that was my random journal entry in the middle of the night. And like I said, actually, this is my first time reading it out loud. I've never read this journal entry before. I just randomly picked something. And so while I'm reading it to you, of course, I'm a little embarrassed. But at least through this journal entry, and this is just a live self-assessment. This is nothing that I made up in the past. So in reading this, what's revealed to me is that I couldn't sleep. It was something on my mind. I didn't know what was on my mind and what was bothering me. But as I finished the journal entry, you notice that I started out talking to myself in this journal entry, but then I started talking to someone else. So that probably that was what was on my mind on that day at 2 a.m. in the morning and why I couldn't sleep. So this is a live example, a real life example of the benefit of journaling. And I'm being very vulnerable right now for sharing that with you. But now it's your turn. Your turn, should I say. It's your turn. So go ahead and write your spontaneous journal entry, your random thoughts. You can start off by writing to someone, writing to yourself, and then kind of just switch whatever is on your mind. And then also, this is a good practice when you're frustrated or when you're anxious or nervous about something. I do this a lot because I get a lot of anxiety. And so sometimes when it's too much on my plate, I'll just get a piece of paper. Sometimes it's not even in a journal. I'll just get a piece of paper and I'll just write. And then I actually feel better about myself. And then again, back to those positive affirmations, I say things to myself, I will respond after thought, not instincts. Sometimes we act out of emotion and instinct without giving careful thought. And then we end up acting and it's something that we regret. And so that's an example of a positive affirmation that I'll write to myself and that I'll say to myself as well. And so what we just did is I just demonstrated to you one of my random spontaneous journal entries, and I encourage you to do the same. Go ahead, be random, be spontaneous. It is your journal and you can do what you want.